In December 1825, on the freezing streets of St. Petersburg, thousands of Russian officers and soldiers stood against their new czar in a revolt that would change the course of Russian history forever. Union of Salvation brings this pivotal moment, the Decembrist Revolt, to life with epic scale, detailed costumes, and the raw tension of armies facing each other in the square. It's more than a movie. It's a history lesson about Russia's first modern political rebellion and the men who tried to end absolute power. In this honest review, I'll break down the real events, what the film gets right, where it confuses, and why I still give it a solid 7 out of 10 as a must-watch for anyone interested in history. Union of Salvation, original title Soyuz Spaseniya, is a 2019 Russian war epic and period adventure film directed by Andrei Kravchuk. It stars an ensemble cast including actors portraying key Decembrist figures. The movie falls into the historical war and drama categories and runs for 2 hours and 16 minutes. Before we dive deeper into the story and my thoughts, I'd really appreciate it if you hit the like button and subscribe to The Movie Hunter. It helps me a lot. Thanks for joining. The story follows a group of elite officers of the Russian Imperial Guard who, after fighting in the Napoleonic Wars, form a secret society called the Union of Salvation. Inspired by Enlightenment ideas, they plan to transform Russia into a constitutional monarchy, abolish serfdom, and end absolute tsarist rule. When Tsar Alexander I dies in 1825 without a clear public heir, confusion erupts between his brothers Constantine and Nicholas. The conspirators seize this moment of chaos and lead around 3,000 officers and soldiers in a revolt on Senate Square in St. Petersburg, while another uprising unfolds with the Chernigov Regiment. The film shows both the political intrigue leading up to the rebellion and the dramatic confrontation itself, capturing how different regiments stood against each other while ordinary people watched. It moves at an epic, deliberate pace and delivers a sense of historical weight mixed with military tension. Now here's where I share my honest opinions. What I really liked about the movie is how it brings one of the most important events in Russian history to the screen. The Decembrist Revolt was unique, the first modern political rebellion in Russia, led by upper-class officers rather than desperate peasants. Seeing the events unfold on the square in St. Petersburg, with regiments facing each other and the public watching, felt powerful. The costume design and period details are excellent and help you immerse you in 1825. Watching history play out this way makes the events stick in your mind far better than just reading about them, and it can spark real interest to learn more. On the flip side, the story sometimes confuses who is who, and not every key event is conveyed as clearly as it could be. Character development is uneven. Sergei Muravyov-Apostol receives the strongest focus with his background, military life, and personal story, while many other figures remain underdeveloped. These issues keep the film from being fully satisfying as pure drama. Still, overall, my experience with Union of Salvation was positive because of its historical value. Audience and critic reactions have been mixed. On Kinopoisk, the Russian equivalent of IMDb, it holds a 5.9 out of 10 from more than 120,000 users. On IMDb, it scores lower at 5.2 out of 10 from around 1,800 users. There is no significant Rotten Tomatoes score available. Many viewers who appreciate historical films praise the scale, costumes, and educational value of seeing the Decembrist Revolt depicted, while others find the storytelling and character work uneven. The overall consensus seems to be divided between those who value it as a history lesson and those who wanted tighter drama. Looking at the bigger picture, Union of Salvation succeeds strongly in recreating a crucial and unique moment in Russian history, the Decembrist Revolt that inspired later generations of dissidents and helped shape the country's future. It struggles with clarity and balanced character development. It's the kind of film that works best when you approach it as a visual history lesson rather than pure entertainment. My final score for this movie is 7 out of 10. I would recommend it to viewers interested in Russian history, military epics, or anyone who wants to see how one of the most important political events of the 19th century actually unfolded on screen. Even with its flaws, I consider it a must-watch for that reason. Thank you so much for watching my review of Union of Salvation. Now, I want to hear from you in the comments. Have you seen the movie? Did the depiction of the Decembrist Revolt interest you, or did the confusing parts hold it back? Let me know below. If you enjoyed this review, please like, subscribe, turn on notifications, and share it with other movie and history fans. Until next time, keep watching great films. See you in the next video.